Hello and welcome to another episode of Bangers Bricks. This week we're looking at another Lumibricks set. This is the Interstellar Drive-In, part of the road trip set. I won't be going into many details about Lumibricks themselves or more about how the sets are made, but there is a link here which will give you a lot more details about these sets. So onto the set itself. This is set L9110, which is the Interstellar Drive-In set. It has 2,188 pieces, and I bought it for £81, which is about $108. It has 13 lights, it has lots of printed tiles, 4 characters, and printed manuals. So the set itself comprises of 2 main builds, the diner itself, and then this separate carport structure along with the Cadillac car. So to take the car first of all, as I said, I think it is a pink Cadillac. It's quite different from a lot of the other sets that we've looked at recently. It's much longer and could theoretically fit in definitely at least a few characters, but the big issue is one I've mentioned before, that as the characters don't have holes on the bottoms of them, then it does make it difficult to put them in seats and have them stay even remotely sitting. They get round this for the driver of the car by having studs underneath the steering wheel, which the feet can attach to, holding the driver in place. But unfortunately, there's none for any of the other people who you might want to put into the car. This one has lights on the front and the back, which I think work really well. And I think it's a very nice car. That then sits in the kind of car parking structure, I can call it that, which is a nice little build. It does the job. It's a little bit of a shame that there are no lights in this. It would have been nice to have something a bit more in here. But for what it is, as I said, it absolutely does the job and is a nice addition, if you want to look at it that way, to the main set. So onto the main set itself. Obviously, it's dominated by the amazing spacecraft that sits on the top with the lights going all the way around it. Very striking, very, very impressive looking. Lots of detail throughout the set, including this little trolley at the side with various foods on it. There are also spaced around little robots doing various different jobs, which I think is quite a nice little touch. So the top lifts off the set, giving you access into the main restaurant, but it also splits apart in half to give you even better access into the diner itself, which is great. It does allow you to see a lot more of the detail that's in here, and it is very impressive with all of the printed parts and the brick-built items, like once again a jukebox, as well as the diner, lots of food, looking at the fast food window at the side. Again, there's just lots of little details which I think really do add a lot to this set. If I was to have one major problem with it though, the top part, the roof and the spaceship, is a bit fragile. The pieces don't entirely all fit together exactly, so you can see some parts of the roof actually have popped up a bit. They don't all sit flat, or if you push them into it, then they just fall off. And the similar sort of thing can go for the spaceship. Because of the very irregular shape of the diner, then I've found that it can be difficult to place the roof on top to fix that connection to get electricity up to the LEDs in the spaceship and the sign. If you're going to have it as a display piece, then that's not really going to be much of an issue. But obviously, if you wanted to have it as more of a play set, then that would be more of a problem. I do really like all the detail that is put into the walls of this, especially the kind of space capsule windows that are dotted around. There's lots of really nice touches like that I do think add a lot to this set. So these are the character selection that comes with the set. It is quite limited. There's only 4 characters, which I do think is a bit of a missed opportunity. I think some of the diner looks a bit empty without more people. Once you have the driver of the Cadillac in their car, then it's just the 3 people who work there in the shop. No. So these are the characters that come in the set. There are 4 main characters and 4 robots, as well as I've put on the food trolley that is also there to go along with the characters. I've only put 2 of the robots here, but they're exactly the same design. I do think the main character selection is a little limited. Once you have 1 of the characters in the car and the other 3 working in the cafe, then unfortunately there's no one to actually eat anything in there. It would have been nice to have a few more just to bring it to life. I do like the little robots that are around the side. I do think they do add a lot of character as well, each doing different functions, and I think is a nice addition, but I probably would have preferred more characters. I also do like that the people who work in the drive-in appear to be dressed in Star Trek uniforms, which I think is a really nice touch. So yeah, they are good characters and they are fun, but yeah, it'd just be nice to have a few more. So to wrap up my review of this Lumibricks set, I really like it. I think it's a really good set. I think it looks very impressive, especially once the lights are out. It is a shame about the fragility of parts of it, and I do hope it's something that Lumibricks look at fixing in the future. Um, while these sets may not all be for play, it does seem a shame that they could fall apart if you move them about too much. I don't think good Lego sets should really do that. So hopefully that is something that can be fixed. But if you're just wanting a very nice display piece, and I think it adds really well to the road trip set or look great in your Lego city. So yeah, as always, if you can like and subscribe, it'll really help the channel. And if you're interested in buying any of these sets, then consider using the link in the description, as it really does help the channel. And until next time, thanks for watching.